people are very upset about Anthony Mackie because Anthony Mackie went on the Pivot podcast recently, very popular podcast, and he was talking about raising his sons, and he doesn't want to raise his sons in a way that they grow up to be disrespectful, right? People on the left are really upset about this. People on Twitter, maybe not on the left, but on Twitter, were very upset that he's raising his sons to be young, respectful, good men. Listen to what he was saying, and then we can talk about it after.
I keep my boys humble. Like, my boys have never had a pair of Jordans. You know, my boys don't do all that internet fly shit. I'm like your kids. And no, I don't give a I could be the biggest star in the world. Do not let me catch you being stupid. Mm-hmm. Do not. And my oldest gets it. My 15-year-old, he tells the other ones, he's like, yo, don't make dad mad. Because once you get one that's right, he gonna straighten the other ones out. Mm-hmm. So it's just that thing of, in the past 20 years, we've been living through the death of the American male. They have literally killed masculinity in our homes and our communities, for one reason or another. But I raised my boys to be young men. And however you feel about that, you feel about that. Right. But my boys will always be respectful. They will always say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. No, sir, no, ma'am. They will always say thank you. They will always open the door for a lady. They will always make sure that their mother is taken care and provided for. They will always be men. And that's always, since they were 2 years old. Every time I left for a job, I tell my 15-year-old, you're the man of the house. Mm. You make sure these doors are locked every night, this alarm is on, you text me or you call me every night before you go to bed and you wake up.
I love that.
Because we're men. If I'm not there to protect, he got to be there to protect. Because you can have all the money in the world, climb through the window, that money means nothing. Right. You can have all the celebrity in the world, jump through the door, that celebrity means nothing. Yeah.
And so the internet shat on him. He got hated on the internet. You hear that clip, I hear nothing wrong. I hear nothing wrong. He's saying, I'm raising my sons to be respectful young men, hold the door for women, take care of their mother, be the man of the house, all that stuff. And the comments, people quote tweeting that, insane. You would think that he just said that Hitler was a good person. You would think that he just unveiled a big Nazi flag out of his jacket, right? That's what you would think based off the reaction. This is crazy. This is something that he's telling the truth. He's saying, in the past 20 years, we've witnessed the death of the American male. And he's talking about masculinity. And you know, all the people online that aren't masculine, right? Whether it's the green-haired left-wing women or the beta males who voted for Biden and Harris, whatever. Or maybe not even. But it's just crazy how this isn't even a political thing. Like, he's telling the truth. And you see all of these haters online, and I'm sure there are some Republican haters too. But you see all these haters online that are hating on him, but he's telling the truth, and he's saying something that's correct. You're supposed to raise your boys to be respectful. You're supposed to raise men that are kind, are truly masculine, taking care of women, taking care of their mother, making sure she's okay. Like, all that stuff is good. And once again, you would think that he just, like, did the worst thing possible. It's crazy. So I don't understand. He's getting all this backlash for saying that he wants to raise his kids to be respectful young men. And he's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. Yes, they've killed masculinity over the past 20 years, which is why you're seeing the decline of all these things, because society was built on modern society, and societies, when you look at our history, were majority built on the backs of strong men. And without men, you don't have a society. You have something completely different. You don't even have a society. It's not able to function without strong men. And so the coordinated attack against him all of a sudden, it has been by people that were brainwashed to think that masculinity is bad. We could have a conversation about toxic masculinity. I think that there's always a conversation about that. But that's not this. You need masculinity for a society. You need it. You need femininity and you need masculinity. This is how it all balances out. But what he's saying is, once again, correct. I hate to harp on it, but this is true. You can't have a society without masculinity. You can't have a society without real strong men. So the hate he's getting it's not warranted. It's not valid. This is just something that I don't understand. He literally said nothing wrong. Just because he doesn't want it, he said, my kids, I don't let them buy Jordans. I don't let them act like how the media and society want all of our young men to act. I want them to be good, strong men. That's literally it. I don't. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Snow White